Hello everyone, here is Lethal once again. It's actually been a while since my last video. I've been very busy with work and also playing other stuff such as Slaves of Empire 2 and World of Warcraft. I really like the latest Midnight expansion on that game. But since they released fully and announced Varuna Prime, I've been very hyped to get back in the game, so I'm making a new video uh, on top of that. So today I'll be talking about Protea, which is an engineer Warframe, such as Vauban, and therefore she has access to a lot of tools in her arsenal, like grenades, turrets, and a dispenser that gives you everything you might need, which is health, energy, and munitions. Sorry, not munitions, ammo rather. As well as she has a bit of temporal, like time control um, thingy going on, which isn't it's a bit underdeveloped, in my opinion, but it's still fun. Because of that, she's a frame that's mostly good when you're not moving around a lot. So I would advise playing her in like survival, defense, but even then, you can play her outside of that and make her work. It will just require you to play differently, probably. So let's get into her kits. So, first of all is our passive. So our passive is very simple. Every force uh, ability cast, you'll get 100 additive strength on it. So it will make it so I'm not at 140, but at 240 every fourth cast. So that's shown in the bottom right of my screen. So I'm at my first cast, second cast, third cast, and fourth cast, which gets buffed. It's as simple as that. You can ignore it or play around it. That's up to you, but it's no big deal either way. Next, let's talk about our first ability. So that's Grenade Fan. So you have either tap or hold. Tap is to deal damages to enemy and crowd control them through uh, um, a shrapnel grenade. It doesn't do a lot of damages in Steel Path missions, but like for lower level stuff, it will be good enough to kill them basically. And in either circumstances, it's good. It's a good tool to crowd control the enemies. The second part, which is the shield satellite, is very interesting. So it basically makes you immortal. So what happens is you throw satellites on the ground that you and your allies can pick up by walking on them. Whenever you do, you get the satellite that attaches to you. By doing so, it instantly gives you a lot of shield and then gives you shield regen, which will go into overshield. As well as there is a third bonus, which is whenever you shield gate by depleting all of your shield, the satellite will actually disappear, but will double the duration of your shield gate. So that's it for the first ability. It's very good. The second one is Blaze Artillery, which is my favorite ability about Protea. So it's basically just a turret. Each hit of the turret makes it so the next hits will hit harder. So the more stuff it shoots, the better it gets before disappearing. Sadly, because the duration isn't that long. Um, Also, the turret cover a 130-degree angle in front of it, which is a third of a circle, and that makes sense because you can have up to 3 turrets out at once. Third ability is Dispensary, so you just drop a device that will generate energy orb, health orbs, and universal ammo pack. So what happens is that every 2 seconds, a resource gets generated. So first a health orb, then an ammo pack, then an energy orb, and then it goes back to health orb, extra and extra. So you can only have one active at a time. Um, and the small issue, and which is why I was saying in the beginning that Protea doesn't want to move around that much because like whenever you get it out, it will take 6 seconds to get to the energy ore, for example. So that's quite a bit of a delay. Also something to note is that you get some strength scaling on it. The more strength you have, the better chances you have at getting like a duplicate, which will make it drop 2 orbs instead of one, for example. That's why you can like play around with your passive because like you throw, I don't know, 3 grenades, then pop that as your fourth ability, and you get better duplicate chances. And then there is the Temporal Anchor, which is the ability about time manipulation. So it's a bit of a complex ability. It kind of works like the rewind of Tracer from Overwatch, if you're familiar with that game. But it's a bit different nonetheless. So whenever you press it, you will save your current position, ammo, health, and combo counter. Um, and so then when it expires or when you press the key again, you will rewind time and get back to that original position and restores the values that I previously mentioned. Whenever you deal damages, when your anchor is out, it will store the damages, and when you press the rewind, it will implode and deal damages based on whatever damage you stored. Um, a first thing to note is that if you take fatal damage while you have your save state somewhere, it will instantly rewind. It won't do the damages, but it will rewind to save you. It's kind of a cheat death to some extent. And also, you can rewind. You can cancel the ability without rewinding, which is very important because like rewinding takes a lot of time. I'll show you afterwards, but it takes some time, so you can hold the key, and doing so will cancel the ability without rewinding and without like you going back to the previous room and lose a lot of time. So that's something that you have to know. So I'll show you. So I did make my save state. You can see like uh where I'm running, it's saving those positions, and when I'm pressing 4 again, oh sorry, I misclicked. Let me do that again. Oop. So I'm moving around, doing some loop-de-loops so I can show you, and then I'm pressing it again, and I'm rewinding. So it's a bit slow. So I usually just cancel it like I did by mistake in the first cast I did. So that's why for me it's very important to invert tap and hold on that specific frame. It's one of the only one which I did because doing that makes it so your first ability becomes like tapping it becomes the shielding part, which is the one that you want to have an easy access to if you are in danger. So having it as tap and not hold is better, and also that makes it so your fourth gets cancelled by only tapping the ability and not holding it. So I'm just tapping it and it cancels my anchor because I usually don't want to rewind. It's just like some cheat death, as I said, and also I'm using it because I do like the augments that are tied to it, but we are about to get into that. Um, if you don't like that spell, like a lot of people, just subsume it. That's what a lot of people do, and that's totally alright. I would even argue that it's better, but I like to use the kits that the frames I have whenever I can, so that's why I'm keeping it. So let's talk about the build. So I'll first talk about the shards that I'm using because those matter. I'm using casting shards, so those do not matter. That's not using them feels bad because you're casting a lot as Protea, so having those is very nice. but it's not mandatory. The other ones are mandatory, so I'm using 3 Equilibrium shards. I'm using Toe Forge, but you don't need to use Toe Forge. It's just because I could. The If you aren't using that, you will have to use the Equilibrium mod to have some nice energy economy. So let's talk about the stats. So as you can see, I'm using a lot of durations, so my stuff lasts a long time, especially the turrets, because I want them to be scaling. I'm using a bit of strength and range. It's mostly for the turrets again. It's not really needed or anything, but those are the values that I'm comfortable with. And I'm using negative efficiency because thanks to a third ability, I do not have issue with energy. So because I have equilibrium shards and the dispensary, which will give me a lot of health orb and energy orbs, I'm usually very fine. I'm also like in terms of mods that I'm using. So I'm using a lot of stats mods. I'm also using Hurricane Vitality. You can use it as rank 0 because you don't need the bonus health. I'm using it to double the hit procs that the turrets will do on the enemies. Um, that's because I like the turrets and my build revolves around them, but if you do not want that, you can remove it. So next I'll be talking about the 2 Madogmons that I'm using. So that's 2 free slots if you're not using your 4th ability, which is why I'm saying that subsuming it away is probably the best play, but that's not what I'm doing. So the erosion, sorry, I can't pronounce that stuff, makes it so your turret and grenade strips armor whenever your anchor is active. So, so on the turret, it's is it shown? No, it's not. It's shown here. It's 13% armor reduction per hit, but I have growing power and multi efficiency, so it's a bit more than that. Basically, it will be like around 20, I believe, which isn't a lot, but if I have 3 turrets firing plus a shrapnel vortex out, it will strip extremely quickly nonetheless. It's not as good as, I don't know, Piaz or something like that, but it does work, so that's why I'm using it. The other one is the one that I would remove to put equilibrium, for example, or anything that you would prefer. It makes it so whenever you have your anchor out, you grab one of your turret and it stays near you, which have the pros of alting its duration countdown, but it cannot scale up or above 20 combo. The combo is, as I was saying, like every time your turret hits something, it gets higher and higher combo. I'll demonstrate that so you can see. Let's pop that energy, and let's deploy turret. And so as you can see, the combo counter gets bigger and bigger. Um, it doesn't do that. Like the damages are fine, but not amazing like that. Um, I'm going to do the same, but uh, this time activate the anchor so it strips a bit. So anchor, turret, and let's throw a grenade to help stripping. Yeah. So it's still fairly slow, but at least it did kill this time. But whenever if I yeah, so that's also because I was in anchor, the turret couldn't scale above 20 combo multiplayer, which didn't help. But let me show you with 3 turrets out. So that also I threw the shield instead of the shrapnel, so it didn't shred that fast. But yeah, whenever you have 3 turrets out, it works well, even on like heavier enemies. So that's why I like that frame. It's not like the scaling is not as good as Vauban, but yeah, it works decently well nonetheless. Well, let's go into survival to show off what's going on. I haven't actually played survival since they added like I think they added enemies that allows you to um so you will like shorten the time of the mission by killing enemies, I believe. I'll actually have to see what it is in game. I haven't seen that, so I'll discover that with you. I've just read the patch note, but I didn't get too deep into it. So let's deploy a dispenser. We'll wait to be full energy before calling the enemies. Well, maybe not full energy to be honest, but like at least halfway there or something. Yeah, we should be good.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending
So let's use the
capsules
shield grenades, spot threats, and anchor. Yeah, the issue is that it's not going to be very it's going to be messy on the screen, basically, because of how many uh, projectiles and particles happens. But hey, it is what it is, I suppose. So yeah, I'm still like I'm staying near my room, but I can still like move around and kill stuff. It's just that I have to go back to my dispenser from time to time, so I can't really move as if I was playing like another frame, which will be like killing, moving forward, killing, moving forward, which I could do to be honest. Like I don't really need to stay near my dispensary if I don't need like energy or ammo, but yeah, I'll still come the room just for the sake of it to show that yeah, you're supposed to come to your stuff and deploy the turrets to help you come to your room. I don't play Protea that much, to be honest, because it tends to tire my hands to be spamming keys a lot. Um, I have very frail hands. I'm kind of kidding, but I actually suffer a lot when I'm playing games like Diablo or Path of Exile. It kills my hands because of how much I'm clicking. Oh, I did fail to cancel my rewind because I was not paying attention. But yeah, takes some time, as I was saying, so that Loki sucks. That's why you usually want to cancel it. Let's move around a bit. Cancel. Oh, the dog died. Oh, I'm lacking some energy because I didn't put my dispensary. My bad. That's on me. But it will eventually be fine. Yeah, just kill some more stuff to get some globes drops. And yeah, working fine. I'm not seeing the stuff that allows you to lower the survival duration. But I thought that was in dispatch. I'll have to double check what it is. My bad if I did spread misinformation. I was pretty sure that it was part of the quality of life of dispatch, but I cannot see what I'm supposed to do to get that. So let's just be killing stuff for 5 minutes, I guess. That's fine. I don't mind. I would have preferred to not have to do that. Well, I mean, I guess I'll get to see the acolytes by staying a bit longer, so that's nice. I don't really have any tools against the acolyte as Protea, except like being immortal, which is always good. But other than that, I'm just like going to use my weapon and kill it. My turrets won't be of much of a help for that. Yeah, sorry if it's a bit messy on the screen, because like my colors are a bit, maybe a bit too bright on Protea to be recording. I was using the an orange palette before, and I decided to change to blue for that video, but maybe it's not the best idea. Oh, where is it? Yeah, I'm just going. Actually, the turrets are doing a decent job. I don't even need to shoot it myself. I didn't expect that to work that well, to be honest. I thought that would be worse. Oh, forgot to cancel the run. Let's go back to operator mode, and then I'm back. Perfect. You can go back to operator mode whenever you're rewinding. It won't like make it go faster, but at least you can do something else than wait for the rewind to happen. Like I can just, yeah, and I can like still start to go to the extraction by doing that. But yeah, better to cancel it, but you always have that option if you fail to do so. Um, do I have any other topic that I would like to talk about? I think that I'm mostly good now. Um, so thank you everyone that watches that video. Once again, I'll be available in the comment if you have any suggestion or if you would like to help me improve my build or want to talk about something that you disagree or agree with. And then until next time, see ya.